Ghanaian activists Daniel and Hannah Koranteng spend a lot of their time on the road, visiting communities helped by their NGO, Wakam, offering education, training and legal support. They help the residents better communicate and negotiate with large multinationals who mine the land on which they live.
We are on our way to Takwa and then to a community that is affected by mining operations, Tebrebe. Tebrebe community was first resettled by the Tebrebe Goldfields into the new Tebrebe where we will be visiting. And then when it was sold out, they found themselves being surrounded by rockways. So it's a bad case because they are farmers and they depend on the farm lands for survival. So many of them are without regular source of income now.
A meeting in the local beer hall. Time to catch up and report back on pending court cases and various grievances. The Korantengs give advice and lend an ear to all who come.
You know, mining goes with a lot of myths. Like it creates jobs, it brings development, it makes people's lives better, you know. Because I think I don't blame the people, because if we talk about gold, we are talking about wealth. That is the first deception. That you are sitting on gold and somebody is going to mine it. You cannot imagine that, you know, for once, the person can take the gold away and leave you in a bad state. Definitely you think that the exploitation will bring development to whatever development means for people. And then it is also, this myth is funded by the companies themselves. That we are here to ensure that your lives get better and, you know, and things like that. And government also buys into it and think that mining is going to create jobs, it's going to make, you know, people better. So the ordinary people, the rural people, whose only asset is land, think that their lives will be improving.
James Sarpong has been displaced by a mountain of rocks.
My house is over here. They put rocks on it. They fill it. They fill it with waste dump.
Where once stood a village, now a mountain of rock waste looms, the blight of surface mining.
You stay on the gold, but it doesn't help me. It let my downfall. Because if not because of gold, all my family is with me here. But because of gold, see where I am now.
As Africa's second largest producer of gold after South Africa, Ghana benefits considerably from its mineral wealth. Mining revenues swell government coffers, but also changes the predominantly agricultural economy.
Some of the peasant farmers we were working with said that, oh, we are praying that at least we will also have a situation where our lands will be taken over by mining. They were praying for it. And then things started. They lost their jobs, their land. Their lands were gone. Their rivers polluted. The skills they had could not fit into the skills of mining. But mining is a capital-intensive kind of activity. So the myths in about 3-4 years fizzled out. Then also the issue of compensation is one of the things that pains me most. Because I think that the farmers are also investors. They have invested their money and time with the hope of actually reaping some benefits and handing over their fields and farms to their children. If 1 acre of about 450 trees, it gets about, say, 7,100 Ghana cedis, or let's make it $5,000 for an acre of 450 trees, and the money is given to that farmer, he thinks it's big money. In about 3-4 years, then the money is gone. Some go into very risky investments like buying cars, and within 2 years, the cars are sitting on blocks. They turn around, their lands are gone. And let me tell you that in Ghana, people have a very emotional attachment to lands because they are linked to wars and people fighting to, their ancestors fighting to get the land for them. And then they become poor and they start having violent conflicts with the mining companies.
Owusu Koranteng says huge open-cast mines are a curse.
That's why I've called them myths. Because, for example, we think that mining creates employment. If even the formal sector creates about 15,000 employment. But according to the Trade Union Congress of Ghana, they did a research and found out that mining employs 1% of the active workforce. It destroys thousands of livelihoods. It may create 15,000 jobs and destroy thousands of livelihoods. They come to think of the water pollution and human rights abuses and many other problems. So I would say that we are not getting the mathematics right. We are actually not taking into consideration the social, economic, and environmental problems that are associated with mining. So we take everything we are getting, the revenue we are getting in mining, as profit, because we don't count the cost.
We've lost our rivers. We worshipped rivers. We've lost our shrines. We worshipped shrines. We've lost our forests. We performed rites, rituals in the forest. When we want to install chiefs, when we want to perform puberty rites, we use the forest. We've lost our water bodies. We use these water bodies for these rituals. We've lost everything. We've lost part of us.
Wacom wants multinational mining companies to contribute to the sustainable development of communities affected by large-scale mining activity.
It becomes very, very difficult when you are doing a campaign against mining companies or doing mining advocacy, because you are pitched against powerful forces. They have a big mining lobby. They have allies in all spheres of life, from NGOs, priesthood, religious groups, chiefs, politicians, parliamentarians, everywhere, the media. So you have to run twice as fast to stand at the same place. You put in a lot to get some minimal benefits. So in Wacom, we celebrate every small success. Every small little success, we celebrate it. Because if you don't do that, you think that you are fighting a losing battle. But thank God, in Ghana today, there's great national awareness about the harmful nature of mining operations. And we have succeeded in, not we, when I say we, that is Wacom and other NGOs working on mining in Ghana, have succeeded in getting Ghanaians to know that we are getting some revenues, but at a huge cost.
Next, family as the foundation.